Now we are going to see the second one. Question 2, give a rough estimate by rounding off a nearest hundreds and also closer estimate by rounding off a nearest 10. I'll repeat once again. Give a rough estimate by rounding off a nearest hundreds and also a closer estimate by rounding off nearest 10. So first we have to round off nearest 100, then we are going to do the nearest 10. That is what we are going to do in the sum. Okay, now I am going to explain the first sum, A sum. 439 plus 394 plus 4317. So the heading is a rough estimation. Rough estimate rounding off to nearest 100. Rounding off to nearest 100. So rounding off to nearest 100 means, so look at this, 100 means you know that last two digit become 0, that you know it very well. So 439. So this is ones and this is tens and this is 100. So here ones, again tens and 100. Here ones, tens, 100 and 1000. So first you have to write the what? Place value. So for your understanding, I have written. So nearest 100, 439, but I told you many times, so you have to do the nearest 100 means you should not consider only the 100 place value, you have to consider the what? Tens and ones place value also. So this, look at this number, this is 39. So 39 is what? 39 is what? It is less than 50. So the rule is 50 and above means what you are going to do, you have to add 1 with the 100 place value, that is 4 plus 1 5, and the last two digits becomes 0, but is less than 50. 39 is less than 50, it is not 50 or what? 50 and 50 above, it does not come under the rule. 39 is less than 50. 39 is what? Less than 50. So it does not come under the rule of 50 and 50 above. So you have to do one thing, just you write as it is 4, 100 place value, what is the number? 4 you have to write as it is, and tens and ones place value it becomes 0. So in the tens place value and ones place value becomes 0. So you have to write what? Last two digit becomes 0, you have to write two digit, you have to write 20 in the ones place and also tens place. Sorry, you have to write what? Tens place and ones place what? 0. I'll repeat once again, 39, you have to consider the tens and ones place value. 39 is less than 50. So you should not what? You should not change the 100 place value, because if greater than 50 or 50 or 50 are not 50, 50 and above 50 are that means 50 and above 50 means, so what you're going to do, you have to add 1 with the 100 place value, but it's not comes under in the rule. So what you're going to do, you have to write as it is 4, then last two digit becomes 0, so the answer is 400. Next again, so 100 tens and ones, so look at this 100 place value 3, so you should not consider only the 100 place, you have to consider the tens and ones place also. So what is the number? 34. This also less than 50, this also what? Less than 50. So it is not also comes under the rule, because what is the rule? So 50 and above 50 means what you are going to do, you have to add 1 with the 100 place value, you have to add 1 with the 100 place number. So but it is not comes under the rule, so you have to write 3 as it is, the 100 place value is 3, so you have to write 3 as it is, and tens and ones place value becomes 0, because that is nearest 100 mean the last two digit becomes 0. So that means you have to write what? 20 in the last two digit. That means the last two digit becomes 0, you have to write 2 zeros after 3. So next one is, what is this? 4317. 4317. So this also, so under nearest 100, so you should not consider 1000 place, you have to consider the 100 place. So what is the number? 3 here. So not only you should consider the 100 place value, you have to consider the what? Tens and ones place value, 17. So this 17 what? This less than 17 is less than become what? 17 is less than 50. 17 is less than 50. So it does not come under the rule. What is the rule? 50 and above 50 means what you are going to do? You have to add 1 with the 100 place value. 100 place value, what is the number? 3 in the 100 place value. So but it does not comes under the rule, because the tens and ones place value, what is the number? That is ones and 7. So that is what? 17. 17 is less than 15. So what you should not apply the rule. So what you are going to do, you have to write the 4000 place value as it is you write, and the 100 place value nearest to 100. So you have to write the 3 also as it is. The last 2 digit become 0 because it is not comes under the rule, so that the tens and ones place value you have to write 0. So instead of 17 you have to write 0 in the tens and ones place value, because nearest 100 mean only last 2 digit becomes 0, so that I have written last 2 digit become 0. I have written 2 zeros in the last 2 digit. Okay, now you have to rough estimation. You have done the rounding of rough estimation. These are all the estimation values. This is not the exact value. So it is the estimation value. So 439 becomes 400, and 334 becomes 300, and 4317 becomes 4300. So now we are going to add everything. So just write it as 400 and 300 and what is 4300. So you add everything, 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0 again, and 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 3, 10, 0 again, and carry over is go to the top, 4 plus 1 is 5. So the answer is what? That is 5000. This is the right answer for the question. Okay, 5000 is the right answer for the question. Next is the same rough estimation, but it is a rough estimation. It is a closer estimation. It is a closer estimation. It's also rounding off nearest to 10. First we have done nearest to 10. Here we are going to do nearest to 10. This is second subdivision. That is our first one is rough estimation. A rough estimate rounding off nearest to 100. Here closer estimate, and rounding off to nearest to 10. So look at this number 439. This is ones, tens, 100 again. So this also ones, tens, 100 again. The place value you have to write for your verification. So 1000. Okay, 439. So 439. So look at this nearest to 10. So what you have to consider the tens place number. What is the number? That is 3. So 39. This is what? Tens, and this is ones place value. 3 and 9, 3 tens and 9 ones, that is 39. So 39 is what? 39 is less than 50. So what you are going to do? We should not consider what? You can't add 1 with the tens place value. So what is this 439? 439. So you have to consider the tens and ones place value. What is the number in the tens place? 3. But you have to consider the ones place value. So 9. So 9 means what you're going to do? This is 9 is what? Greater than 5. So what you're going to do is 9 is greater than 5 means what you're going to do? This is 5 and above. So 5 and above means you have to add 1 with the tens place value. So 3. What is in the tens place value? 3. So 3 plus 1, this becomes 4, and ones place value you have to add 0. So the answer is, as it is right, 100 place value 4 and 440. The answer is 440. Okay, the answer is 440. I'll repeat once again the first one. So 439, ones, tens, 100, 100 place 4 and tens place 3 and ones place 9. Okay, this is 439. So nearest to 10 only. So you have to consider the tens place value. What is the number in the tens place? 3. So you should not consider only the tens place value. You have to consider the ones place value also. Then only you can rounding off the nearest to 10. So what is the number in ones place value? 9. So 9 means what is that? 9 is what? Greater than 5. That means what is the rule? 5 and 5 above. That means if it comes 5 and 5 above comes, mean what you are going to do? You have to add 1 with the what? Tens place value. You have to add 1 with the tens place value. So 3 plus 1, this becomes what? 4. 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1, this becomes 4. So that is what is the number? 439, ones, tens, 100. So this 3, because ones place value is more than 5, that is what you are adding 1 with the tens place value. What is the number in tens place value? 3. 3 plus 1, this becomes 4, and in the ones place value you have to what? Put 0, because nearest 10 means the last digit becomes 0. That means ones digit becomes 0. Then after that you have to write the 100 place value, that is 440. That is what the answer is, 440. You got the right answer. Second is what? 334. So again it's the same rule we are applying. 34. 4. So 3 in the tens place and 1's in the 4th place. Okay. So 4 is what? 4 is what? Less than 5. So what you're going to do, you should not add with 1 in the tens place value. So you write 100 place value 3 as it is and tens place value 3 as it is, and the 1's place value becomes 0. So the answer is 330. Next one is what? 4317. Okay, nearest to 10. So this is ones and tens and 100 and 1000, and tens place value, what is the number? 2. So 2 is what? 2 is again less than 5. 2 is again what? Sorry, not 2. Sorry, 4317. What is the number in the tens place value? 4317 is a question. So 1000 place 4, 100 place 3, and tens place 1, and 1's place 7. What is the number in the tens place? 1. So 1 is what? Less than 5. So you should not add with, you should not add what? It is 1 is less than 5 means it does not come under the rule. What is the rule? That is 5 and above 5 means you have to add 1 with the tens place value, but you can't apply the rule because 1 is less than 5. So what you're going to do, 4317. So 4 in the 1000 place and 100 place 3 and tens place 1 and what? 1's place 7. So you have to consider, not only consider the tens place value, you have to consider the 1's place value also. So 17. So nearest to 10, this is 1's and 10's. So tens place, what is the number? Tens place 1, and 1's place, what is the number? 7. So you have to consider 7. 7 is greater than 5. 7 is what? Greater than 5. 1's place value, what is the number? 7. 7 is greater than 5. So that what you're going to do, you have to add 1 with the tens place value. So 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1. So tens place, what is the number? 1. So 1 plus 1, it becomes what? 2. So 4 as it is, 1000 place, and 3 as it is, you have to write. This is what? 100 place, and you add with 1 with the tens place value. So what is the number in the tens place? 1. So 1 plus 1 becomes 2, and the 1's place becomes 0. So answer is 4320. I'll repeat once again. 4317. This is what? 4 is in the 1000 place and 100 place 3. You should not disturb these two digits. You have to consider only the tens and ones, because you have to round up nearest to 10. What is the number in the tens place value? 1, and 1's place value, what is the number? 7. So if you want to change rounding of nearest 10, not only you should consider the tens place value, you have to consider the 1's place value also. So what you're going to do? So 1's place value, what is? 7. So 7 is greater than 5. I've told you already, 5 and above 5 means you have to add 1 with the tens place value. Tens place value what? 1. So 1 add with 1, it becomes 2. So 1's place value, this instead of 7 you have to add 0, that is the rule. So 4320 is the right answer. These are all the estimation answer. So 439 becomes 440, 334 becomes 330, and 4317 becomes 4320. So now you have to round off all the numbers. So round off all the numbers. These are all the estimation values. Now you are going to add everything. 440, 3030, 4320. Now you are going to add everything. 0 plus 0 plus 0. 0, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, again 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10, 0, carryovers go to the top, 4 plus 1, 5, so 5090, so 0, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10, 0, carryovers go to the top, the answer is 5090, this is the right answer for the question. I think so you understand the rough estimate rounding off to nearest hundreds and also closure estimate rounding off to nearest 10. I think so you understand the concept very well. So A sum is over, the next one is B only. So we are going to do this also.